So in this video, I'm going to speak about something which every one of us, at least if you are beyond 20 years and more, this technique which I'm sharing with you, it's something which I try on myself and it really works. And I think this could help most of us into being who we really want to be. The problem with most of us while growing up is that we had first a childhood personality, which I think is the perfect version which we could ever have in our life. And that's the reason why, coming back to that perfect version of us, who was very hopeful about the future, you knew that you could be a president of your country, right? You knew that you could be an actor. In the childhood, it was very good. And the most important thing, though you didn't have things, but you were careless about where is the next thing going to come from. Unfortunately, while we grow up, the fear of that next second of life becomes more and more, but that fear becoming more and more doesn't actually solve the problem of not being what we want to be. Can confess something is that I really had that hope so much in religion, and unfortunately there will reach a time when you will realize that religion is not going to save you, because the billions of other people who expected God to give them something, yet they still crumbled in poverty. There are just a lot of odds which might block you from being exactly that person. So here's the very first conflict with the parents. The parents already live the reality of life. When they see this guy coming, I remember me telling my parents, oh, you're building this house, I will destroy this and build you a very good one, which will be worth more than $1 million. And my mother literally had to shout at me because it doesn't make sense to her after being in the adulthood and me being so much hopeful. It was so much sense. You are in that fun and game time where you are just going to school and you have so much hope, everything will be fine tomorrow. But then you hit the point of no return. This is the time when you now grew up and you're almost at the level where you have not to take responsibility of every single thing by yourself. And unfortunately for you, there is laziness which beats you. There is also competition, who you are looking at your mates who you studied with who are doing way better than you. And then when it becomes worse is that when you realize that you will never become top. You don't have anything which could make you top. I'm actually not so special, and like I have nothing strange on myself which could make me the top of the world. And for me, that's now when the childhood version of me comes in. Because if you realize something, all those people who we think made something great, working hard, being consistent, or persisting in whatever they do, and of course having that stupid dream. And that stupid dream, no one else can have it if it's not the childish you. If you don't work over 1 million, you can't get to 1 million. So if you want to be that person, you dream of it first and then think of how you can get to there. Even though I've never seen anyone from Goma on TV making movies, I could be that person. That was the initial dream which I had in my childhood. And the more I grew up, I started realizing how many odds were against that thing, and it kind of makes you fade in. I was realizing, oh man, I'm reaching 23 now, but where am I? Where is that dream which I had? Where is that foolish dream which I had? Bertin, this is now the time to come back to the old Bertin who you were.
Dream big dream.